What's up, guys? This is Lucid. Today we are going to talk about 3-Eye Atlas, which is big in the news right now, and it's basically it's classified as a comet, but it's the third object spotted in our solar system, that came from outside of it. So it's the third interstellar object we've ever spotted ever in history of our viewable in space technology. And this thing has a very weird properties. There's a lot of theories and stuff. We don't know its shape yet. I think it's not close enough. So the size of it is varies greatly. So apparently it's 6 to 12 miles wide, and it's weird because that is a huge margin. I mean, it probably changed by now. Honestly, it's been changing every day, the size of the thing. But yeah, I heard it's about 6 to 12 miles wide, and that's absolutely massive. And objects in space usually don't stay that big. If they are that big, they don't usually stay that big because they crash into space debris and then get smaller. So that's strange to begin with. And sometimes sources will say it's slowing down, which asteroids, I don't think asteroids slow down really. They don't really have a reason to unless they hit something.
Could an asteroid slow down by hitting something? So maybe it's hitting things and
it could. Well, yeah, it could. That could be the reason it's slowing down. Yeah. It's reflecting light, which is strange because asteroids and comets are the reason they're bright is because of, I don't know the science behind it, but basically their trail is what's the light you're seeing from a comet. It's dust, and it's a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of properties, but that's why comets and asteroids are bright-ish. But this thing, the actual object, is reflecting light apparently, which is strange. And it does have a dust trail, which I think that's why they're calling it a comet. But the dust trail points toward the sun, and that means usually the dust trail, from my understanding, I don't know, I'm not an astronomer, I could be getting some of this wrong, but this is what I've picked up. Dust trails from comets don't point toward the sun because they're affected by the sun's orbit. Everything in our solar system is affected by the sun's orbit. This thing, not only is this object not affected by the sun's orbit, but the trail also isn't. The trail is just, I mean, I guess it's just pointing, I don't know what direction in comparison, in relation to the object, but yeah, it's pointing toward the sun apparently, and that's not normal. And it's also traveling at 130,000 miles per hour, which is, I think that's the fastest object ever spotted in our solar system.
I wonder what the speed of light is, because when you look into spaceships and shit like that, they travel at light speed in all of our media, yeah. Right?
It's definitely gonna, let me look that up really quick, but it's definitely gonna be way faster than that. Okay, this is what Google says when I just look it up really quick. Light is apparently 186,000 miles per second. That's apparently how fast light is.
So not quite light speed.
No, definitely not. And so this has been changing a little bit too. But the current thing I'm seeing is that it'll be viewable by telescopes in December of this year, 2025. And the thing is, apparently I was excited about that because I was oh cool, so if you have a powerful telescope at home, you could just look at the thing. Apparently not. I think only observatory telescopes and just NASA telescopes are actually powerful enough to see this thing when in December of this year. So basically, NASA kind of a little infamous for covering things up that are weird in space. Where we have to just trust that if it is a weird artificial object, people are theorizing, that they actually show it to us, because who knows how that'll turn out.
We're gonna put our tinfoil hats on for a second, right? think about a few years back when they confirmed UFOs and UAPs, are real and classified and have been documented so many times, it's kind of ridiculous. And there's just countless stories of military personnel and flight controllers and different people having unexplored, unidentifiable aerial phenomena, consistently happening. where there's no explanation. And then you start hearing all of the conspiracy theories about aliens and false flag events and all these things, and people saying that, there's going to be an alien threat that happens, and, it's a widely known conspiracy that
Yeah.
people think that this is going to happen. Isn't it a little weird that something like this happens and it's in a like a similar timetable to what people are theorizing?
Well, dude, the supposed like alien activity or whatever, like weird objects in space, has spiked in like the past decade. If you didn't know, I mentioned that earlier in this video that this is the third interstellar object that we've ever spotted with our technology in our solar system. All three have been in the last decade. And you might be thinking, oh well, our technology just was good enough in the past decade. We have had that technology for like since like the 60s. So, and that date might be a little off. Again, I don't research this shit that hard, but like roughly, like we've had that stuff for decades. So, don't you find it a little strange that all three of these weird interstellar objects are in the same decade? What are the chances of that? Like, is that not weird? I feel like that's weird. Cause and the first one was Oumuamua, which was that weird cigar-shaped object. We still don't know what that was either. That was even weirder than Three Eye Atlas. But that's a whole different topic. But yeah. So this thing is gonna pass by. Well, not pass literally directly by it, but it's gonna be closest to Jupiter, like pretty close to Jupiter. Once it gets closer, and we have a probe at Jupiter right now, observing Jupiter, and it's called Juno. That's the name of the probe. It's just observing Jupiter. That's its mission, to observe Jupiter. And basically, there's a politician. Her name is Anna Paulina Luna. She sent a letter to NASA asking them to get get Juno to inspect 3i Atlas as close as it can once it gets close, because again, 3i Atlas is going to be around, like roughly around Jupiter. Like the politician, so she has some power, and she's saying like this could be kind of a once in, who knows if we'll ever see another object like this ever again. Like this could be the last one we ever see in our lifetime, right? So she's like, yeah, we should check this thing out with Juno. I mean, why miss that opportunity? And the consensus is that it would be really expensive. I couldn't tell you why. I'm not a rocket scientist, but apparently it would be really expensive, and it would be, it would divert from the mission that, like, divert too much from the mission that Juno was already doing, and it would just be like kind of complicated. And like that's probably true, right? It's probably true that it would be a headache, but in my opinion, like it would be worth it, because like again, what if we never see an object like this ever again? Like we don't see these objects that much.
It goes with saying science has been commercialized, so it's more about money than it is about discovery.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's the same thing with the medical industry. We cut funding to things, and we, don't necessarily look for cures. And when people do, and people make headway, they disappear. So why would it be any different with something that could maybe change our understanding of the universe?
Yeah, I mean,
and be an object that is defying what we understand.
I mean,
we don't understand why it's in this solar system.
Yeah.
And it's this close.
It could be a ship. Like it literally could be a 12-mile long ship. That's actually a possibility. We don't know. We don't understand. Like we don't see interstellar objects. We don't know. It could just be a rock. Yeah, it could just be a rock, but it could also be a fucking spaceship. Who knows? So like I'm thinking like it's expensive, it's complicated. It's like, okay, sure, but I think it's possible. I'm sure they could make it happen. Is the point, and I think it would be worth it, because like see, this thing, it's gonna pass. We have the trajectory. It's gonna pass by our solar system, and it's probably never. Most likely we're never gonna see it ever again. Jupiter will be there. I assure you that Jupiter will still be there when this thing like passes. Like if you like, do you really need to observe Jupiter so badly right now? Like,
how close is it going to get to Earth? Do they know? Or?
Not very close. It's because I think Jupiter's the planet the furthest from Earth. If I'm no, yeah, I think it is the planet that's furthest from Earth, in the solar system, and it's gonna be closest to Jupiter. So it's not really gonna be close to Earth, really. I think that's why only very extremely powerful telescopes are gonna be able to see it in December, because it's like not very close to us, but it is in our solar system, obviously. So yeah,
Yeah,
I just really do think it would be worth checking out, just to just to see like what it is. Like, what if it is something weird? I mean,
here's the only reason that I'm skeptical is when we talk about, UAPs and stuff like that, these things basically defy what we understand and will phase in and out of our view like at will. So there's probably like cloaking technology or something involved. And why would something this big, if it was a ship, why would it allow us to see it, basically purposefully? You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean it's absolutely massive. So like, and yeah, those things have been like spotted, like what we assume to be cloaking technology. And if something's that big and it's artificial, you would assume it would have that because it's so big, right? I mean, it's pretty hard to hide something that big, right? So
Because I'm wondering if we've had other things in the solar system that are a similar size or something like that and just had cloaking technology if they were, you know, non-organic, you know.
yeah. Well, yeah, it's
I don't know if
not.
a rock is organic or not, but you get what I'm saying,
Yeah.
made by an intelligent life
Yeah,
form rather
artificial.
than,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So like, I don't. I don't know how our observable solar system, like I don't know how we detect things by, like, if it was cloaked, we might see it anyway just because of the technology. But I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't work at fucking NASA. But like, maybe maybe it is cloaked. I mean, if it was cloaked, we might see it anyway just because of some other reading that we're getting or something. I don't know. But the trail we do see, that's like, we know for a fact it has a trail. So I mean, I guess that kind of confirms that it isn't cloaked to some extent. I don't know. But
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows what it is. I mean, I would think it's probably a spaceship,
yeah, I think it's possibly artificial, because the reason I just don't really think it's. I think it's too early to be saying it's a comet, personally. Because they have already classified it as a comet because of the trail. And I think it's just a little too early to say that, because we don't really know much about it outside of like its properties, while it's like literally so many miles away. So like, I just feel like instantly labeling it a comet is a little quick. But and yeah,
Yeah, I would agree with you.
and yeah, I before this video I looked it up just to see if anything changed. We currently have no plans to investigate 3i Atlas further. Like to actually put anything toward it. Like, we're gonna observe it with telescopes in December. I'm pretty sure, but yeah, I don't think we have any plans at all to actually investigate it, which is kind of disappointing. I feel like we should, because once that thing disappears, we're not seeing that fucking thing again. Like, that thing is gone.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully we get that figured out.
Yeah,
We try and make a move on it, because why wouldn't you? I mean, it just
right,
doesn't
exactly. I
really
feel
make any sense.
it doesn't. I feel like it's a little strange that like we would have no interest in investigating something like that. Again, with Juno, Jupiter will still be there when this thing is gone. You can just go back to Jupiter. It's not like they're acting like we have to observe Jupiter right now. I know a lot of money and time went into getting Juno there, I'm sure, but this is bigger than that, in my opinion.
Yeah, I hear you. I think it's wild.
But Anna Paulina Luna, the politician, she, in her letter to NASA, she posted this on Twitter as well. She said, like, with the fuel that Juno has, like, it would be like, she like did some weird calculation saying like, yeah, if you do this with the fuel, blah 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 blah, you can get it to like pretty close to Three Eye Atlas, and she actually got community noted on Twitter, which if you don't know is when you just like information is wrong and like you're pretty much like it verifies that this tweet has misinformation basically and tells everyone that it has misinformation. She got community noted and it said her calculation for the fuel was completely off. It was actually like the fuel Juno would have would actually be much lower than what she said in her letter. So it's possible that like maybe like it can't get like that close at all. But again, I feel like they could figure it out. I mean, it's fucking.
Yeah, why couldn't they figure it out?
Yeah, net 20. Like we were doing stuff in space in the. When did we go to space? Like that shit was so long ago. I'm sure our technology now is probably insane. I'm sure they could figure it out. Like, I feel like we could definitely find some way to get that thing to be closer. But yeah, that's the situation. So we'll see in December. We'll probably follow up with this in December if anything comes of it. And so it's like in December, like when like if it's just silence, like say we go into 2026, and we don't hear anything from NASA at all, like just silence. What would you think that would mean? Like, would that mean like the object just like it went somewhere else? Like, what would you make of that?
I guess. I mean, I don't know. You would think that if there's any concerns, there'd be a lot more, people talking about it.
Yeah.
People are talking about it. But...
Yeah, I mean, now people have their eyes on this, so yeah, that's
Okay.
about all I had. Do you have anything else to say?
I think the fact that they're not that interested in it, they're either no more than they're leading on, or they're not concerned about an anomaly, which you would think if something is anomalous, they would be trying to get to the bottom of it.
Exactly, yeah. It kind of is a little suspicious that they're so disinterested in it. That's a little weird.
Yeah, like why are they not?
I mean, the internet is interested in it.
This.
The internet is super into it. Like, internet is so curious about this thing, but it seems like NASA's the least curious out of all of us.
Well, isn't that how it always goes?
Yeah, that's true.
And
pretty much.
When they're trying to cover something up, they don't want to bring attention to it.
Well, yeah.
So anytime anyone try, they're met with, oh, this isn't real, oh, this isn't this, this isn't that, like, they deflect. Like, that's one of their main things, is deflecting,
Yeah. Yeah, so, like, we'll see what happens. We'll probably, more than likely, we'll follow up with this once we hear, once we get more information, in whatever month that ends up happening, so, yeah. Well, guys, this was Lucid Rain. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.